Hey everyone. So we haven't seen each other in a while. I'm sorry. Punishments will happen as soon as I get them. If you're wondering about the costume, it's because last week, because of hurricane-related reasons, there was no Halloween for me, so I'm wearing my costume, gosh darn it. Yeah. So this week we're, reviewing movies again. But, you guys already know my favorite movie, V for Vendetta. So, I guess I'll do TV show. I have the DVD, so I think that's fine. It's my favorite classic Sherlock television adaptation. I love BBC Sherlock, but, if you see this with, Ronald Howard as Sherlock and Howard Moore Crawford as Watson, then I suggest pick it up, because they're two completely different adaptations, and you have to respect either one. This one I think is the best adaptation of classic Sherlock. Like, there's a whole bunch of great movies about it. I actually came and bought this because it was after I saw the Robert Downey Jr. version. And I thought that was fantastic. So, you know, Robert Downey Jr., I need to learn everything I can about his character. Because, cocky bastard, need him. But yeah, I like this. Because, yes, it really portrays the books pretty well. I mean, the Red-Headed League was pretty similar. Almost everything's pretty similar to the books. They had to change some things up because it's a television show. And, it really gets past a lot of the, obstacles that the movies had. Like, Watson isn't an idiot. I'm surprised they knew that back then, because he's a doctor, and he's actually useful to Holmes. There's actually this one scene, I think in the Baker Street Bachelors, where Watson punches some guys, but Sherlock can't really do it himself. Even though in earlier episodes he proved himself inept at fencing, he couldn't punch a guy. Even though we know that he's good in boxing, it just gave that Watson this extra edge of usefulness to him, which I think was fantastic. And, yeah, it has its iffy moments, like in this one. I think it's in the case of the Texas Cowgirl, where, okay, they were looking for someone who possessed a tomahawk in this hotel, and there just happened to be a Native American, so stereotypically portrayed in the hotel. Like, I had to imagine the stereotypical Native American, half-dressed, walking into a English hotel in London for some reason or whatever, getting a room, setting up a teepee, and then just sort of waiting there smoking. I don't understand you. But, you know, it was a different time. I think they might have done it for laughs. I don't know. But the rest of it's pretty good, so I'd give it a pass on that moment of stupidity. I mean, he doesn't even speak English. I mean, yeah, you don't have to speak English to be in English-speaking countries, but how did he get the room? How did he get to London? What? Oh god. And he even talks about scalping Lestrade. Oh, Lestrade, that's another thing. Lestrade isn't a complete idiot in this either. He isn't the best-tempered police officer, but Sherlock makes it clear that Lestrade is a good cop. He's good at normal cases. He's good at following protocol. And he hates the fact that he has to call someone in on it. But he does call Sherlock in on it. That's the thing. He does admit he needs help. And yeah, he gets a bit annoyed with Holmes, but in the end he admits that he needs him. He takes the credit for a few things, but Holmes doesn't really care. I mean, if he got credit for it, which we saw was a problem for Sherlock in the BBC Sherlock, because once he got all that attention, suddenly everyone knew who he was, and that's not good for a consulting detective. That's sort of the opposite of what you want to happen. So, yeah, I got this at Target for about $5. If you guys ever see it, I don't know what that would be the equivalent is in some of your countries, but if you ever see it, I suggest picking it up. It's pretty good. Excellent adaptation. I actually watched it before I read the books, but after I read the books and rewatched a few of the episodes, they're pretty accurate. Yeah, they had to change a few things, but it was okay. So, I'm sorry that we've been away for so long. I had a hurricane attack us. I'm alive, obviously, and there was minimal damage except for my power being out for a week, which was annoying and inconvenient. But,